And welcome back to Champagne Confidential. And this is where luxury conversations happen that they weren't supposed to hear.
So if you're in the room, consider this your invitation.
And I'm Kat Stylezz, lifestylist. I teach women how to move in rooms that they were not born into.
Yes, and I'm Money Muse, and I teach women how to own those rooms.
Let's pour.
Let's pour.
We're going to get into this current pour. Welcome back. If y'all caught the first episode, I hope you did. We got to drop those clips too. I got to get those clips. I'm going to do them. But anyway, we're going to get into the current pour. Girl, my boy, I don't care. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. Just like I like the Kardashians. I love me some Kanye. Okay? And baby, I felt like a proud auntie this weekend. Do you hear me? I'm sharing pictures to people. Look at that stage. Look at that. Nobody could do that but Kanye. Yes, Kanye.
Yep.
And that's what he missing. I feel like that's what he missing.
Yeah. You can tell that he's still kind of like hurt about his fan base still, you know, like that there's still a lot of like stigmatism around it, I guess you want to say, or like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, shit, I was happy to see him out there. I was happy to see him. So
that stage show was like, oh. And then when it was him in North, they was on the moon. And then like basically he's telling me I'm standing on top of the world.
Yeah. And then when he had Lauryn Hill and they got like their harness and their outfits, and then like because it kind of correlates even to the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. But
now you trying to be relevant. Now you want to fuck with him because you drug your ass.
Yeah.
She drug her ass back in the day. That's why Selena Johnson on there singing All Falls Down and Not Her.
Yeah, because I was like, 10 years ago? But like
more than that.
Yeah, they had 20. I think we working on 20 just about. But no, when he had his documentary, it's kind of like the same intro that the concert had with like the planets, him and North walking on the moon, coming from like different areas, and how like it's like how they was like in a ship and they landed and all of a sudden they were just in this car, but they gravitated from the sun. So, and the moon. So it was cool though. Yeah, I like.
So, of course, with Kanye, there's always backlash or controversy. Like,
yeah.
The boy made $3 million though. He made $3 million from it. So I guess that's what, $1 million a night or something like that or whatever. Because he did 3 nights at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, in California. Yeah. I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah.
And girl, the stars were out. Like so many people came to see him.
It was a major list. Like when they actually listed all the people, it was a big list. It was a lot of people. A lot of people.
But you know what? I also feel like, I don't know, because I'm intuitive or whatever. But I kind of feel like I feel like apology energy from, you know what I mean? Like he's trying to make amends. Like, and it scared the shit out of me. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Cause I was like, why am I feeling like this? And I was like, oh my God. Like,
do you think like he's trying to make amends with everybody, or that he's accepted an apology?
I think both. I think he's actually healing his time. I think he's taking accountability. One would hope he's taking accountability for his actions. And people have to also take accountability for theirs, But I feel like he's wrapping shit up, and that's what
Yeah.
scares me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because
If you
Pepsi
know what
pulled
I
out.
mean, without me just
Yeah.
outwardly saying, you
Yeah. I
know
know
what I
what you
mean?
mean. I
Like,
know what you
yeah.
mean. I know exactly what you mean. Kind of like this Michael Jackson, "This Is It" shit.
And then, like, I'll never forget when Nipsey Hussle's mom accepted that award for him, and she was like, he was nesting, and he was like cleaning up and like making amends with people, and then like you know. And so I'm just like, God, let me be wrong. Let my antennas be in the wrong direction. But
He still
I
got a
don't
lot of
trust
people
them.
pissed off though, because Pepsi pulled out from the Wireless concert, and so did. It's another one. I gotta find it. I'm gonna actually look at it right now. But they pulled out from his Wireless concert. Well, when they found out he was headlining, they pulled out on him.
So here's the thing. So I watched what you told me to watch. I watched In the Name on Prime, by the way. In the name of
Who? Yeah,
who?
yeah. In whose
In whose
name?
name? In whose
In whose?
name?
Yeah.
Y'all know what I mean. In the name of Jesus. But anyway, um, I watched it, and remember when he got done with SNL and Chris Rock was backstage and he told him about Sinead O'Connor, and like he was like, the bitch was right. And right now we're seeing that Ye was right. He was right about
Yeah.
shit. His delivery
Yeah.
might have been wrong, but he was right about a lot of shit. So it's
Yeah.
just like they don't
They don't really want to respect him, especially in his artistry. With even
but
the
they don't
fashion.
want people like him around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they don't. And he's not, I love the Kardashians. I mean, it's a love hate thing there a little bit. This and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for like very aesthetics and all that, but they couldn't handle him. That man fucked them all the way up. They could not handle him. And I feel like that's why a lot of people were mad at Kim. I don't think they were mad at Kim because they were mad at Kim. I think a lot of people probably bidded on Kanye to be handling him, and they outbidded everybody, and that shit got fucked up.
Wow.
Because,
Wow.
when they did that roast and all that shit was not about her being a dummy.
Yeah.
Them
Wow.
motherfuckers was mad about some shit, and they was bidding on who could handle him because he's still okay, regardless what's going on. This man, did you hear about the concert like that? I mean, we heard about it, but I'm saying, did
No.
you really
It
hear
was
about it?
literally
You know what
like
I'm saying?
days
It was real
before.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sold out to millions.
Yeah.
Millions. People are out here seeing him still work. This apology, if it's for him, if it's for whoever. And then you seen the new wife, or Bianca, what's her name? Bianca, am I making up her
Bianca.
name? Bianca,
Yeah.
yeah. She walking in front of him. My
Oh,
thing
when he
is
got off
this.
stage and how he was walking through the crowd, like that shit was
Yeah,
cold.
yeah.
I'm
That
like,
shit
this
was
nigga
cold blooded.
is the motherfucking man. I don't care what nobody say, bruh.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
care.
y'all, they did him wrong. People did him wrong. It's all on documentary. He was being handled. They was the media personality for him. All this. So it's just kind of like, and you see people in manic episodes, like, and people really need to understand mental health is real. There's a lot going on with that. But when you understand how to separate the artist from the music as well, you can have two truths that lie into that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Kanye, personally, especially for me, I know college dropout, fucking graduation day, heartbreaks and 808s. I don't give a fuck. That nigga was bumping.
Still is
I
though.
can
And
tell
that shit
this, and
still, but
it
it
still
still bumps
is.
to this day. You could literally get in the car and put on his shit and
And
you
put
could
that shit
still bang
on.
it.
You can put that shit on. You can put what's the one with the green cover? What's that one? You know what I'm saying? All that shit.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about late registration?
Yeah. You got
Late
college,
registration.
you know what I'm saying? You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
Life of Pablo. A lot of people didn't like Life of Pablo, but fucking
Life of
My Dark
Pablo,
Twisted Fantasy, like
Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like, come on
this
now.
nigga brought us John Legend, Big Sean, Tiana Taylor, 2 Chainz was on, but I feel like he wasn't on until he got on good music. You know what I'm saying?
And then you gotta remember he brought out like you got Twista.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Brought Twista
You got
back. Yeah,
you brought
like
Twista back. Like I mean, you brought
he
it
slick,
cold
put Chicago on the
blooded on
map.
him.
Yep.
Yeah, like you play that song right now, you're gonna drop everything in your drawers. You gonna sit there and play that
Some
damn
of
music.
Rockefeller's biggest hits. Like this
Yeah.
nigga single-handedly, yeah, let me talk my shit for Kanye for a little bit. This nigga single-handedly, whether niggas wanna admit it or not, changed the fashion industry. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Nobody was rocking beige and mute colors until Yeezy put that shit on Kim and she started
Yeah.
doing that shit. There's an
Yep.
episode. I'm an avid watcher of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. There's an episode when they were still on E, when he got with her and he told her wardrobe was whack and like brought his stylist over, cleared this
And
bitch whole closet out.
threw all her shit away. Threw all that
Kim
shit away.
knows she would not be
Yeah.
the fashion icon that she is if it what Yeezy taught her.
But I'm gonna tell you, within that being said, did you remember when we was watching it and she used to go frivolously buying shit and the shit was just real, like real bullshit she
Tacky.
was buying? It was real tacky. Nothing matched. Everything was overpriced. That time she went and spent like $10,000 in the store and bought that shit. Looked like it came out of like before it even went to a Marshalls. Like the half shirt, like the shit. And I was like, that's not even one season. You can't even wear that shit for real.
He bossed that whole family up.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Let's just tell it what it is. Yes,
Yeah.
they got on for what they got on for, and yeah, Chris is the
Yeah.
beast. Don't get me wrong. However,
Chris
Kanye
Beck.
upped the value. They never went to Met Gala until Ye took her to Met Gala. Then
Yeah.
everybody's style changed. First it was Kim, and then it
Yeah.
trickled down.
Yeah, it was a couple people that pulled out of his shit when they found out he was.
They went to fucking Japan. It was Chloe, Kim, and Courtney. They went to Japan. I forget what season it was, and they were pissed off at Kim because Kim was like, "Oh, I don't want to be seen with you guys. Y'all don't know how to dress. I don't want to take any pictures of y'all." Like,
Yeah,
she
and
was
she had like
clowning them
pink
hoes.
hair or some bullshit. Yeah, and Courtney was like, "Fuck you and your pink hair. You think you're the shit?"
Baby.
I remember that. And Chloe was like, "Oh my gosh, you're treating us so like garbage." And she's like, "I do not want to be walking with you. You need to walk 10 feet in front of me. Do not walk in front of me, Chloe." She was pissed.
Yay.
Them hoes clowned in Japan.
Yay. Hey, listen.
Them hoes went to Japan and clowned.
He was her biggest fan.
Yeah, he was.
And
He
she was his muse.
And that shit is so fucking funny because
I don't know what went on with them behind the scenes, so I can't sit up here and say that, oh, they need to work it out. You know what I mean? Because maybe they're not good for each other. But baby, that marketing machine was okay.
Chef's kiss, yeah. Yeah. Because they got that Skims. Because he got a percentage of that when they divorced, and that's all through the NBA. They're
it's
on
his.
the court.
It's his,
Yeah.
really. He gave that shit to her, bruh. Don't play.
But this, like, on the side of the courts as an advertisement, Skims. Like, get out of here with that.
She was probably talking about shaper and shit like that. He was probably like, you know what? You know what you should do? You should come out with your own and call it kimono.
Kimono.
Because let's not forget, that's what it was called at first, was kimono.
Yeah, it was. It's cute, but it's fucked up. Like, you just, you gotta be real. Like,
I remember when the bitch she was stressing because she had to go through, and I love Kim down. Do not get me wrong. I am a Kim Kardashian fan, so this is not shade, but I remember when she was talking about how they had to go through and rip all the tags out of that shit. Everything that said kimono. And replace, you know what I'm saying? They had to do all that shit over.
And like redo that shit over because she was not gonna redo that shit like that.
She is a beast, and she was a beast before Ye. Don't get me wrong. Her work ethic was top tier. However, he pushed that shit up to the stratosphere, baby.
Yeah. That nigga elevated that hoe. He, like you said, they elevated that whole family. Like that whole family, like when Kanye came in the picture, they all like, you know what I'm saying? Because like when Scott was there, okay, they fucking around with him. You know, Scott just, you know, Courtney nigga, whatever. Then you got Tristan popping up. What's the other one?
Let's not
Travis.
forget Lamar.
Lamar was, yeah, no, Lamar was a big picture. I do apologize. Let me back that up. Whoa. Lamar. Chris was up in there. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Chris
It was
Humphries?
yeah,
Never
that
to
nigga
be
was
heard
up
from
through there.
again?
Yep. Reggie Bush was up through there.
I forgot about Reggie.
It was a
That was
couple
the one
niggas up
right
through
there.
there.
She was head over
Yeah,
heels
she was.
for
Yeah,
Reggie.
she liked that nigga. That nigga, I don't know. I
Baby.
don't know if they just didn't like. Maybe the conversation wasn't
And you know,
going.
he
I
went and
don't
got a
know.
broad that looked just like her. But what's crazy is Bianca looked like her too.
Bianca looks dead like her. That's who I thought that was. And when I saw her walking, because she walked the same way he did the first time on them concerts. That's what I thought it was. I said, Kim out there playing again with that nigga.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll get Kim Ye again. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm
I like him
okay if
with
we don't.
Bianca. He been quiet with Bianca. He, you know what I'm saying? Like, but ain't nothing like Kim Ye. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna say it.
that was a real ride right there. That
What
was a
a
real ride.
time to be alive.
Yeah, and to witness that, that's fun.
I want to say he was with her when he did Watch the Throne, right? With
Did
Jay-Z?
who?
Watch the Throne with Jay-Z. Niggas in
Now I
Paris.
don't know because everything was going fast. I think he was just walking on the scene with her, if that makes sense. I think
Yeah,
he was just walking on the scene because she was like in New York.
yeah.
And remember, he had that they were trying to open up that damn store, or some
And
bullshit.
he came up there. Yeah. I just remember them talking about how they were on tour
Yeah.
for it. And yeah, he was, because she was talking about how she had went down to the mosh pit with Beyonce and she was scared because she didn't know how to dance in Beyonce, which is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh gosh. And speaking of that, like that leads
yeah.
into like people being in rooms, like you said, like she didn't know how to act and being in certain rooms and shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
what do you think about that? Like, cause like they like it can get kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to act in certain rooms and you don't know how to do certain things.
Everybody doesn't have the the fortune of being taught that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like charm schools are obsolete and they shouldn't be. You ever seen this movie called Mona Lisa Smile
I've heard
with
of it.
Julia
I have not
Roberts?
seen it. I have not seen
Oh,
it.
I love that fucking movie. Like, it's one of my deep cuts. It's basically about a lady that goes to teach at Wellesley College,
Mm-hmm.
and Wellesley was a finishing school.
Okay.
And basically, but however, they were preparing these white girls because none of them was black, but that's a whole nother topic. Basically how to be wives and caretakers. Like, you went
Okay.
to college to learn how to be a wife and take care of a home and bring up children.
Sounds like hell. But
These girls were
okay.
cutthroat though. You know what I
They
mean?
was
Like, they
cutthroat.
were cutthroat about this shit. But this was
Shit.
also during a time when, you know, men were being paid enough to provide for the whole household and there was inflation and you didn't have a lunatic running the country. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, so
Okay.
I feel like though, as Black women, I feel like we aren't taught how to behave in luxury spaces. And that's what puts us at a disadvantage. Yes, you could be successful. You can go get the money. You can get all these degrees and drive the G Wagon and carry the Birkin and have the money inside to match. However, they can still smell you from a mile away and tell that you don't really belong here. And so
Yeah.
I feel like luxury is a mindset, you know?
Yeah, and you gotta kind of like take clues and hints on stuff, you know? Um, if you're at a
Read the
fine
room.
dining, yeah, like even if you're like at a fine dining restaurant, if you don't know, look across the table or just, kind of glance. Or at least try to understand when you're eating that, you start from the outside in, understand there's different, it's like 15 fucking different types of forks, cheese forks, snail forks,
Don't
you know
even
what
get
I'm
me
saying?
started.
Shrimp
But
fork, salad
let's
fork.
before you could even get to silverware, let's talk
Yeah.
about not showing up with 10 to 12 other people in a luxury space. Let's talk about that first.
Well,
Because if you
that's the
want to
barnyard.
do something like that, it needs to be private dining, not you making a reservation for 13, 14, 15 people. You know what I mean? There's minimums involved when you get to those numbers.
Yeah, you have to like now if you have an event or something going on and that's something that you are like catering to or like what I'm saying as far as like maybe that is the theme of the event, yeah, you can do that amount because that's gonna be well put together by the person who's
You're
hosting
gonna
it.
talk to a planner. You're gonna talk to the event
Yeah,
staff. You're gonna, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
You're gonna do something there. You're not gonna sit there and
they're not gonna
make a
push
private
tables
reservation
together
for
for you in the
45
middle of the
people.
dining room
No,
for you to
no.
sit there with your pajamas on for Galentine's Day.
Or you guys have one bill and can't pay it.
Or you're
Or you
asking
don't
for
split the bill.
separate bills. Don't even and go on and on and on.
I'd rather have a separate bill to be honest, but also too my thing is this, if you're going to do certain things like that, just let it be known ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? That you're not
That
there
way you
for,
can have private dining.
yeah,
And
you can have private
there's
dining.
a because when you have private dining, you're gonna pay for so much of it up front. And then like usually
Yeah.
you pay like the remainder when you get there, plus the gratuity or whatever the case may be. But to show up on a random Saturday talking about party at 15 because it's my bachelorette party. Ooh, like
And then you got a
stop.
bunch of scallywags that don't know how to fucking act. And then you got the whole problem where you guys want to go to some place like fucking Miami and you can't get in because you don't understand the dress code. You don't have the aesthetic. You're not the look they're looking for in that area. That's not what they want to see in the club. And then you got to go also by where you are wanted, even racially wise. I hate to say that, but you got to go places where you are wanted and loved, and you got to go places to where you can feel comfortable and go in these spaces and not just be sitting there looking so awkward like Kim did with Beyonce in a mosh pit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to
Read the room. We tried to
read
go
it.
when I was in Chicago, we tried to go to a club. I forget the name of the club. That's how far behind me it is. But and we could tell like they were like slick being racist. They didn't because it was like two dark skinned girls, like me and another girl were like the same color. And then it was like, excuse me, a brown skin, like a little lighter than us. That's why
Mm-hmm.
y'all didn't want to let us in because
Yeah.
we weren't mixed or whatever the case may be. And that's fine. But guess what? Never fucking went back. Didn't try to bombard my way in. I was just like, fuck it. You don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you.
No, you need to go where you have like control and you have where you can dominate in your space. Like, you should never, especially as as a black woman, go somewhere where they're gonna talk shit about you, where they're gonna say shit about you. You know what I'm saying? You should never do that, especially if you're older. Don't do that. Don't do
Here's the
that.
thing, and I try not to be insensitive, but I feel like we do not represent ourselves well in luxury spaces, especially restaurants. I feel like we
What do
do
you
not
mean?
represent ourselves well at all. And when I say that, I mean like we think that the policies and the rules don't apply to us. We talk about white people and white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Black people in restaurants on a holiday or their birthday. Let's talk about that. Let's talk
I was
about
gonna say Ruth Chris.
how indignant some of these
So
girl.
what about the Ruth Chris conversation and the Longhorn? Because Longhorn is not luxury. That's real country shit. That's just a
That
regular
is
everyday.
that's chain restaurant. Longhorn
That's
is
a
a
chain
chain
restaurant.
restaurant.
That's like a thing for McDonald's. But when like they go to like a upper scale, like a Ruth Chris or something that's
Ruth
like
Chris is chain
you
too, honestly.
yeah,
Ruth Chris is
it's
just like
above
the
Longhorn.
upper echelon of
Yeah.
chain
Yeah.
restaurants. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like
So Seasons 52. Anyway, all of them.
another chain. Yeah.
Tell me what you mean by the look. Is it black girls? Is it like tell me what you mean? Because I know what you mean, but like explain that because yeah.
I wouldn't say the look more so necessary. Yeah, necessarily the mannerism, the attitude. You could just kind of just like tell. And mind you, I fuck what y'all say. I've been doing restaurant shit since I was 18 years old, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's the piss poor planning that
Okay.
most of y'all do. It's the wrong dress code. You come into a place that potentially has children because children got to eat too, but the black part of your booty meat is showing, like inappropriate. You
Is it
loud as
just
fuck.
us? Is it just us, or is it mainly us? Or are we more of the group that sticks out?
And as much as I advocate and I be like, fuck that, y'all just doing that because we black, it's us. I remember at my job that I was working at in Memphis at the time, I remember someone had their wedding reception at the restaurant that I was working at. Cool, no problem, because we had private spaces. You know what I mean? If it's a small amount, cool, whatever. But these people
Mm-hmm.
were like coming out to use the bathroom barefoot. Thank
Ew.
you. Thank you.
Ew.
Why feed into the stereotype? That's just my thing. Like, and y'all do it time and time again. You sit there and you complain about what time your reservation is, but then your ass show up late. What are we doing?
Okay, yeah. The colored people's bullshit. That's why we always say if you want the dinner to be at 7, tell everybody to be there at 6:30
Yeah.
type.
And see what you don't realize about a bitch like me, your reservation at 7:30, 7:30, the clock starts running. You don't get extended time with me on the back end. Cause guess what?
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
else scheduled that table behind you with your
Yeah.
inconsiderate ass. And they want the same experience, that they want the same service and love and care like you do. But I can't do that when your ass is 30 minutes late and expect me to still, no, bitch. It's a numbers game. And then half of you hoes don't tip properly. So when you don't tip properly, it's not about, well, it's not on me to pay your salary. I didn't choose this job for you. No, when you don't tip properly, the server ends up paying for a portion of your meal, stupid bitch. Because the tips that
Mm,
people get, which I don't know, you have to tip out not only to the supporting staff in the restaurant, but you also have to pay taxes on your tips.
yeah. And that was
So,
why
and they
I take that tip out. Yeah.
and they base how much tax you pay off your sales, not how many tips you receive, off your sales. So and I'm in this rant. I was waiting tables and bartending for like 2 years at a restaurant, and then I switched to hosting after I had my baby. Do you know I did not get a check for a month because I had to pay my back taxes? I didn't get
Look.
a check. Mind you, they was paying me $22 an hour to host. So we talking about $800 checks that
Yeah.
that I did not get for 4 weeks because I had to pay
Yeah.
back taxes. So fuck you. If you're going out to a restaurant and you're not tipping properly, I'm not saying that even if you receive bad service, you know what I'm saying? That's a different story. But
Yeah.
if you go into these places and you get in your fair shake and people taking care of you and looking out for you and you leaving them pennies on the dollar, fuck you,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Seriously. You don't need to
Yeah.
go out to eat. You need to order DoorDash. Nah, because you got to tip them too. You need to go to
You
the
got
fucking
tips
grocery
too.
store and cook your food with your fat, lazy ass.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
make sure that you act properly in the room. Make sure that you tip your servers,
I'm
that you
sick
come
of it.
dressed accordingly, that you have the confidence that you look right. Don't be ashy. Have your perfume on. Have what Shira say, your dust-free perfume.
Oh, and another thing, stop with the pheromone shit, ho. Like some of you hoes,
Huh?
your pheromones do not smell good. And y'all be lighting up the
No.
whole room.
Do not. When I say that juice, whatever the fuck it is, that shit is not withstandable.
All you drink is popping juice and you got a nerve to be putting some fucking pheromone. Bitch, you don't get the fuck out of here.
And why would you do that? Like
No
you
home
think
training.
that's like that shit. I mean, and they be like, oh yeah. Now it's different. Like the what's the it's in the bedroom. But like the whole perfume, or you know what I'm saying, the one or whatever. That's like,
Oh.
you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's totally, you know what I'm saying? That's a pheromone perfume. You bitches are sticking your finger in your vagina, dabbing it on your body, up your fucking head, wherever. Like you're just all up in there sticking it. Then you're dabbing it on your body.
Ain't drank no water.
Did shit. It smell like
Ain't
shit.
ate no fruit. Ain't ate a vegetable in God knows how long. You
Drink
full of
no beet juice.
Hennessy.
Yeah, full of
Full of Hennessy and lemon
fucking
pepper wings.
yeah, with the fucking hot honey on the side and some fries. Everything fried, okra, fried tomatoes, all this shit.
Girl.
You know
Girl.
what I'm saying? And then you want to stick your finger in your vagina. You ain't had not one type of pineapple. No, if you know if you learn pineapple, I understand, but you ain't had nothing that is known. No fucking what's the green shit we drink?
Nothing.
Nothing known to man
Nothing.
that is normal. But you want to go outside smelling like fucking fried vagina juice? No.
Listen.
And subjugate us to it.
Just because it's on TikTok don't mean your ass need to try it.
No. Like a lot of shit on TikTok will get you fucked up. It'll get you having allergic reactions. I love TikTok. TikTok is a lot of great information when you understand discernment. You can decipher the information and kind of understand where to put it. And even if you can like stack it in levels, whatever. But you hoes, you niggas, you motherfuckers out here
Because they be with it
talking
too.
this shit.
Girl.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll be wearing like when the bitches be, oh, I'm just free bleeding. On what?
What? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. You don't have to do that. They have those
Girlfriend.
underwear, right? Don't they
Yeah,
still sell those?
they have all type of underwear. These hoes are free bleeding on the floor. I'm just saying.
It's fishy.
They're not getting that hygiene. You know what I'm saying? They not hitting them, but they not, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then it's not our people, you know, it's a lot. It's, you know, and
Turn the
they all
camera
trying
off.
to,
Turn it off. Turn
yeah,
the
they trying
camera
to have
off.
this look where they're like, yeah, I'm
Mm-mm.
living life and free. And it's like, then you
Mm-mm.
with a man and ew. Then y'all trying to show y'all
And
doing
then be
yoga and
having the
backflips.
nerve. But it be all of that, and then the nerve to try to like demand like respect or like demand that you treat them like royalty and like, girl,
What
if you don't get the
funky?
fuck out of here,
No. No.
you
They
don't
be
get the
doing
fuck out of
backflips and
here.
yoga, doing hot yoga and shit. Going, taking no bath afterwards, talking about we love the natural musk of life. You got me fucked
But see,
up.
that's the thing though. That's the thing though. So like we notice it about each other. Like, you know that when you go into these spaces, like these wealthy people are like noticing it, like you have a stench, and not even like literally, literally and figuratively though. Like it's kicking
Okay,
in.
so let's talk
I think
about
it's
it.
kicking
Let's talk
in.
about this stench conversation. So it is a different type of stench because I'm gonna tell you right now, Black Americans are the most hygienic people on earth. Point blank period. However, not saying not everybody has a bad day. I'm saying that we are the most hygienic because they look to us. Then you have your other nations and Black descent that deal with shit. Okay. The thing about the stench thing is this: they be fucking funky in military settings. They be funky in the police settings. They be funky in,
What's that?
shit like that. Outside, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If
Cause
you
how
just
you
got a
stank
natural
outside?
funk, yeah, if you just thinking, you know what I'm saying? They look at you like that. Especially if you're a foreigner, they smell, they be like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a different type of funk. And it's different because even on a bad worst day, that is a totally whoa. And I'm not bashing none of my you know what I'm saying? Whoa. I'm just saying, whoa. So that even the white ones from over there, whoa, that is a totally different type of funk versus the ones over here. It's not as blended, far as because they don't have it, but they be ooh, it be
I don't
ooh though.
know. Cause some of
It be
them
ooh. No,
smell
it be
like
ooh.
cottage
It be
cheese.
ooh. It be bad. It be past that because they're not washing properly. But what I'm saying is, no, that is not acceptable. Like that shit, like hygiene, that is fucking crazy. You should not be
Everybody
sitting
not taught it. Everybody not taught it. Taught. Not taught it. Listen to me.
and I saw that when I was in school in LA when one of the girls, it was a lot going on and people were kind of making fun of her. But I was like, what's going on with you? Like, why are you like that? You know what I'm saying? Like I was real like, what's up? She was having a period, like she was like her mom, like they wasn't homeless, but like, you know what I'm saying, just living in impoverished conditions.
Mm,
And I'm like, here, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
And I ain't never seen that until like I got into public school in LA, but then with private school, then like you can kind of grasp the concept on shit. But I was like, what in
Something
the
not right.
hell?
Something not right.
There's something not right with this girl. Her hair ain't never brushed. She got this dress on all the time. I don't know if she need to take a bath. Somebody need to take her home to take a bath. Like maybe she hungry.
Listen, but and that's what it be though. Cause think about it, like you coming from a space where, not necessarily born with a silver spoon in your mouth, but yeah, born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, and look how you viewed her. And you knew
Yeah.
like it was nothing to her character. It was just like, man, like, so imagine
Yeah.
that. Imagine that, but with your personality or with your presence. You got on a $300 perfume cologne, but yet your attitude smell like
Mm-hmm.
shit on the bottom of my shoe. Like those are the social cues that people, you know what I'm saying, pick up on because luxury spaces have rules.
And you know who was really mean to her was her other counterparts, was the other white girls versus the other black girls, because we just kind of ignored it. It was like, oh, okay, well, that's what that bitch doing. I don't know. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we was never mean to her, if that made sense. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? We was kind
Mm-hmm.
of like, girl, we need to work this out. Whereas
Oh, white
the
girls
other
get
white girls,
white girls get real mean when they
they
know
was
that somebody's
getting
in
with
poverty.
it.
If they know that you
Yeah, they was
poor,
getting with it.
white girls will treat you like shit when they realize you poor.
Cause they be trash, but then they be girl. Anyway, but girl, yeah, that shit. They was getting witty with that bitch, and we used to be like, yikes, like, damn, that's how y'all
So with
treat each
all your
other.
experience and everything with that, I feel like it's time to get into money moves with money music. Cause you the money girl.
Yeah, of course.
And I just want to know, like, so why do you think wealth moves quietly?
Okay, there's a catch-22 with that. I think it moves quietly and loudly at the same time. And let me explain it. Let's think of it like a tornado, hot and cold weather, okay? Um, it's going to show you its presence. It's going to show you who it is, where it stands, the temperature in the room, how it got there, the accuracy, the climate. It's going to show you that. It's going to present itself. But also the coldness about it is, it's like how we talked about earlier with the Kanye thing. The concert was moved quietly. We knew about it because we're in certain spaces, so we know about it. But still, if you're not, you didn't know about it. It just popped up, right? But that did not mean you did not still want to be a part of that situation.
Yeah,
So, if for the ones who, for the true fans, whatever. But my whole point of saying that is, um, when you know who you are and you know what you are and you know what's going on, that's even in like investment of real estate, that's even investing in yourself. You are just going to move to
yeah,
where you don't have to speak anymore.
yeah,
Everything around you is going to make noise. His fucking audience, his fans made noise for him. When you're in real estate, your fucking broker, they're happy for you because you're breaking ground, you're making money. If you're selling, or whatever, if you're investing, if you are even doing things for yourself, you are cheering yourself on. You see yourself in another realm. And so once you understand that, yes, you have the money to move, you have the money to do what you need to do, you got all the elements, you can become an effective person. You
yeah,
can become that tornado and you can just move through there and make shit fucking happen. So I understand where some people will say it's quiet, some people say it is loud. Um, Luxury is a tornado effect. It has both elements. It has the hot, it has the cold. It has the people who are your fans. It has the people who you know that can keep you going in areas and make that noise around you. Your marketing team, your whole just your whole aspect. Even with
yeah,
yourself, your self-esteem, your social confidence, who you hang out with, like even with your etiquette. When you practice more, you know what's going on. When you want to learn things, you really sometimes, especially like for like somebody like me and you, like spiritually, I'm not going to be too quick and too loud to tell you the new thing I'm learning with certain
yeah,
aspects of spirituality.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm not saying I'm not here not to share it or explain it or say whatever, but I'm not just going to be so quick to be like, advertise what I got going on.
yeah,
But, however, just because I advertise it doesn't mean that you're not going to feel that element off of me. So I may not have to advertise it, but I may have a conversation with you one day, or something may kind of transpire, and you're going to feel that off of me.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to feel that information off of me. You're going to feel that code and that text, and you're going to feel that energy from me. So you are allowed, and I think people need to understand with luxury, you need to be allowed to be you. You cannot look up to certain people as well who stole their money. That's nothing. It's a lot of people out here who are living with other people's money that should not be having that money. Okay? But we'll talk about that somewhere else. All I'm saying is that do not be looking up to people who stole money from the original people.
Ooh.
And looking at it as if I'm supposed to be gloating off some shit that's mine. No, you don't want to give it back. But you know what? You're going to have to, because you don't know what to do. You don't know how to handle it. Because at the end of the day, that energy doesn't want you. It wants the originals. It wants to go where it needs to be. So when you talk about luxury, you have to understand, as a person who is certain beings, your skin is worth more than half these motherfuckers out here with $1 billion bank account. Especially black women. We're worth more dead and alive than a lot of these motherfuckers walking around right now. Worth more.
That's why they
Booty,
let you. That's why they let you deposit. That's why they let you deposit whatever into your womb.
Yeah, that's why they be trying to
about you. That's why they advertise tampons to you that's soaked in bleach
and do stupid shit.
formaldehyde.
Or they tell you like them crazy bitches sticking it in alcohol and getting drunk at school, doing dumb shit.
And that's why they put warning labels on there, because hey, I warned you. You can't sue me. You can't blame me. I warned you.
Yeah, so that's one thing I want to say too. Just even like, and we don't, nothing had to be about whatever. But what I'm saying, especially for my black women, you need to show up every day. You need to show up for yourself every day. You need to invest in yourself every day. You need to get yourself into certain spaces and own yourself every fucking day. It doesn't matter. You need to find how to do your hair in 4 different styles, because if one style ain't working, you need to find the other style that's working good. If you need to figure out how to do your makeup, find 4 different colors of how to do your makeup. Which color do you like? Which outfits do you like? If you want to wear all black, get that shit on. Don't fucking matter. My thing is this: you need to understand that you need to have a presence about yourself, and that your skin, that your body, that your mind, that your matrix, that your being, and that your web, because we are a web. We are the World Wide Web. Just think of it that way. We're the World Wide Web in Charlotte's Web.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
That's a bar.
So let's get with it. But I'm saying, you have to understand that that's where the real money is. You cannot generate that. They want to say, oh, it's mindset, it's mindset. Yeah, it is. But to me, okay, it's mindset. But your body has to embody the mindset. You can have it all day, but like they talk about your nervous system, all that stuff. But you have to understand and recognize and look at yourself. A lot of y'all are not looking at yourself. You don't even know what the fuck you look like. You just know you.
It's almost like asking for $1 million without anywhere to keep it, without a bank account, without anywhere to receive it. You know what I'm saying? You sit there and you ask for it, but you don't even have the capacity to receive it.
Yeah. And you don't keep money in a certain capacity in bank account. You got to know what you're doing too. And so it's like, look at yourself, look at your wealth, look at who you are, and start going that way. And then you don't have to speak, but it's going to speak volumes to you. Kanye walking off that motherfucking stage, that shit let niggas know what time it was with this nigga. Like,
Chill, like a feature
Fucking,
film.
you
A
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
feature film.
It's a feature film because he's walking off that stage with that confidence.
Yep.
Your body has to embody that shit. You can't
Yep.
think nothing else of yourself that you, and it's like Mercedes. I love Mercedes. The best logo, far as nothing less. What it say? Nothing less, the best, nothing less, or whatever the fuck they say. No. You know what I'm saying? No. Money does not move quietly. It does not. It makes a pattern. It makes
Mm.
waves.
Mm.
It makes noise. It echoes. It echoes. But how it shows up is that quiet storm energy.
So what's the difference between wealthy and flashy behavior?
One is basically saying you ain't never had no money before. Wealthy is in there. Even if this is like some people's first time getting wealthy, some people can have their first time being wealthy and understand it because they studied it and they appreciate it and they took their time to look at it. Also, it goes into like where you are. No, people don't want to go there, but you need to go there in your spirituality chart of where you are in your lifestyle cycle. Which one are you in and what are you seeking? I know mine is like materials. I know mine is growing the actual fundamental of the wealth, growing it to physically being able to be seen because that's what others need to be able to be seen. Some
Mm-hmm.
people is more of the knowledge wealth. They need to understand how they operate, how they can move, how they can manipulate spaces and go and be a part of a function in a wheel in so many ways.
Yeah.
uh, you got people in different areas, but you got to understand when you've never had money, it's so easy for you to be doing ignorant ass shit. um okay, for instance, lottery winners. Lottery winners. It's so many lottery winners. And you seen on YouTube, even before YouTube, when we was younger, before Ed McMahon with his old ass, people who won the lottery and go broke.
Mm-hmm.
People won $600 million, gone broke. One lady, she was like, "Oh yeah, I won the lottery, and I felt like I didn't deserve it, and all of a sudden it's gone because she like her nervous system couldn't handle that." One couple, they won like $35 million and they went broke because they was trying to build a new house. So they bought like 6 acres of land and they was building a house and they could never decide what the fuck they wanted to do with the house. So they was changing the house all the time to where they went through all that money.
You
The
too broke for that.
contractors kept taking it. Every time they said, "Well, tear this down. That's okay. We have $30 million. It doesn't mean nothing." They was eating their ass alive every time. They would say,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is gonna take $5 million to do. We can do it like this," and then they'll do something on purpose and say, "Oh well, did you not like this? Oh no, we don't like that. Tear that down. We got $5 million. Just redo it." And the whole and the house never to this motherfucking day got built. Never to this day.
That's because
Never to
wealth
this
is a
day.
mindset. Wealth is a mindset.
It never got the fucking shield. It never got nothing. Nothing. It was just the inside. Nothing.
Wealth is a mindset.
Nothing. And that's what I'm saying. And your nervous system has to be able to regulate that.
Yep.
Even like people who are living off paycheck to paycheck, it's nothing saying that you something wrong with you. No, it's not. It's the fact that you're gonna have to say to yourself, we're not doing this. We're getting more, and because you deserve more. And don't start your affirmation bullshit, but I'm saying do your affirmations. But
A lot of folks can't do it. Never
They
mind.
can, but they can.
Wait.
But you know what I'm trying to say? People start getting religion. They get affirmations and religion together. That'd be my problem. Say your affirmations. You can even do my yacht 23
Affirmations
things.
of a real bitch. You on your shit.
Yeah, you can do that.
Ain't
But then when
nobody
you're
fucking
like,
with it. Hype
but
me
then
up.
when you start looking at
I hype me up.
yourself up.
So why do high net worth people, since we talking about that, affirmations, hyping yourself up, all of that, why do high net worth people avoid chaos? See, I'm
Okay.
enough.
They pay for chaos to stay away from them. It's like
Mm.
men who divorce women they don't want but may have a child with them. And not saying you'll pay your child support, but you'll pay for that bitch to get the fuck away from you.
Oh, like that basketball player on Anthony Edwards, I think, paid all his child support up front. Here, bitch. That's all you wanted anyway. Here, bitch.
That is it. That is the perfect example of it. Why would you want it around when you can pay for it to go away?
Like men and
What's that
prostitutes.
movie? Yeah, what's the movie with Ryan Felipe where he played that
Ryan Phillippe
crazy
did.
man? Yeah, Felipe. Put it around that Philly, you know what I'm saying? He know who he is. But you know when he played in that movie where he did that crime and then Wish Collar had to go defend him and all that crazy ass shit. And he was like, I'm just paying for this shit to get away.
Jude's Law? No. That's a real thing. No.
It's not the Lincoln Lawyer. Is it the Lincoln Lawyer?
Lincoln Lawyer is Matthew McConaughey.
But didn't he defend Ryan in that movie? I think so.
I'm on a.
I think so.
I'm
But
drinking
anyway,
champagne.
I'm just saying the reason why people avoid chaos because they can.
Yeah.
They have money to.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why would you pay for inconvenience? You pay for service, like you said. People pay for DoorDash. People pay for, laundry services, maids. Why the fuck would I not pay for that convenience? And I could keep lawyers on payroll, keep fucking all type of stuff. Why? There's no reason for you to have money and have chaos unless you just put that there. You want that there. You want you call it thrill or excitement, but you want it there. Because real people who really understand that don't want that, especially people who don't want to be around somebody who can deplete their money.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around chaos like that.
You want to be able to add too.
Yeah, before you know, you look like MC Hammer.
Girl, because let's talk about how Hammer is really the blueprint for rappers.
A lot of shit.
That nigga had a cartoon. He had merch. He was
dancing.
Tour, dancing, the music. He was acting. Like, didn't he have his own parachute pants, if I'm not mistaken? I know he got like dolls and shit.
The cartoon.
That's what I'm saying. I had the lunchbox with the fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
With the little shoes and shit. Like, man, listen. MC Hammer was not to be. And that nigga was a gangster. And he was a gangster. Niggas was scared of him.
Him and Suge Knight. And I'm sorry. Let me just throw it out there. Suge Knight fine as fuck to me. Maybe I'm just a bitch that looked at the nigga different. But I mean, I ain't say nothing about what he got going on. But I was like, that nigga fine as heck.
You would like a big old grizzly. Well, no, he a polar bear. He can't even be a grizzly. That nigga white.
He's not. But no, I got like a whole, like, not anyway.
You just like how he was able to bitch niggas out. Like, that shit crazy.
That shit was fun. I think,
nigga, like, what?
Yeah.
I'm going home. I came here to dance and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no.
Nigga,
yeah, I like that shit. Yeah. Oh. I was like, damn, that nigga aggressive and shit.
Crazy ass.
Yeah.
So,
But no, no. Chaos is not. People pay to get people to fuck away from them. No.
and that's why people have invitation only spaces. They do
Yep.
private deals.
Yep.
That's why a lot of us, including myself, feel like I need to be low visibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm with that. Let me get my money and get
Yeah.
on down. I don't,
Yeah.
fuck the fame. Just give me the check.
Yeah. And like, I just don't be wanting to do like all the extra.
Rah rah.
Like I don't.
Lies.
They say when
But
you get older. Yeah, I just don't be thinking that like all that accessibility is necessary. Like
it's not.
I feel like if we went to school together, that was because that's why we was accessible to each other. If we was at a job, that's why. If we
And
was
that's
doing certain
why
things, that's fine. But just to be accessible, like
I'm on the high school reunion committee. Oh, reach out to me. I'm planning the high school stuff because I was a lame in high
in
school and now I just want to be important. That shit.
yeah, or I want to help out with all the alumni stuff from college, or I want to go back to this. And I mean, some stuff you do alumni because the homecomings is for alumni. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit. You're there
All that
to
other
be a
shit. You sound like Drake Daddy. Here today, gone tomorrow, nigga. Because the louder the room, the less money in it. I'm telling you. If you in a loud ass room, ain't no money in that room.
yeah. Not like that. Not like that. No. Not like that. That's why them casinos be fucked up. Not like that. Not like that. That's why they like do them private and silent auctions.
You got
You know what I'm
niggas in
saying?
there trying to show they shit, trying to show they watch, trying to show they sticks, trying to show they woods and they ain't got no money for real.
Because you're gonna go in their dress, so they're gonna see you got money. They're gonna see you got your fucking Tom Ford, whatever the fuck you want to put on. You got your fucking, you know what I'm saying, handcuffs and all your shit, and you know what I'm saying, all your shit or whatever. But
Cause those
that, and
rooms
that's
with real
fine.
money, you gotta be invited
Yeah,
into.
yeah. I mean,
You
you're gonna
can't
have a
just
good
walk into
time.
real money. Real
Yeah, it's
money
like,
require codes and special handshakes. That shit y'all scared of. The Illuminati.
I'm so, I don't whatever.
Illuminati. You sold your soul.
It's mine. I can't
Okay.
sell it to nobody.
Meanwhile, you sell your soul to Facebook, Instagram,
Talk,
Snapchat. You sell your soul
oatmeal, the food.
to that whack ass nigga that you keep going back and fucking with. That's who you sold your soul to.
And he fucking another bitch and driving her in your car being stupid.
It stank. It stank. Y'all stink. Got me
Being
in my
dumb as
soapbox.
hell.
Let me help y'all style y'all life real quick. Because you got to learn how to carry yourself in luxury spaces. And that means posture, pace, tone of voice, eye contact, awareness of the room, y'all. Like, y'all just be out here just, I'm black and I'm proud. Yes, that's fine. That is all fine and dandy. However, luxury spaces have rules. We have said this throughout the continuum of this program that you're currently watching. So when we say luxury spaces have rules, it's not meaning sell out or be
Mm-hmm.
whitewashed or
Mm-hmm.
try to act like someone else. It's just have some fucking decorum. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Have some reverence for yourself. Fuck the space. Fuck what's outside of you. Have some solace, some reverence for yourself. Have some respect for yourself. Carry yourself aspect, because it's not necessarily about being seen, it's about being remembered correctly. This past weekend, we ran into a blunder. One of my friends, the restaurant was being weird with her, whatever the case may be. And I was helping her find another restaurant to relocate to. And I ended up putting a reservation in my name, and I was like, it's in my name. I was like, oh my God, I'm nervous. And it's because I don't play about my ratings. My fucking Uber rideshare ratings, 5-star.
Yeah.
My fucking my open table, all that shit, I'm always 5-star. I don't play about because that is the difference between a piss poor experience or an excellent experience. People remember you. Trust me. People remember you whether it's bad or it's good.
They sure
You
do.
either want to be infamous
Yep.
or you want to be famous.
Yeah.
Some of y'all like to over demand. Some of y'all like to over talk. Some of y'all like to overperform. Y'all be in there looking stupid. Y'all be pissed off because you can't walk into fucking Hermes and buy a bag. If Louis Vuitton requires you to have a shopper to shop with them, why wouldn't Hermes require the same thing?
And I guess my thing is too, do you really think we have to have this type of luxury? Because my thing is, if you're not really 100% accepted in a space, then why are you still spending your money there? Now, if you want to be there and you want to do your thing, that's fine. But
you need to get up to par, though.
Yeah, like that's my thing. Like you can't come in there with the shit. And I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying they are. I don't, because
But they
I
do.
done seen,
They be with the
I done seen
shit.
a couple things. Yeah, I done
Both
seen a couple
ways,
things.
though. Both ways.
Yeah, I done
Sometimes they
seen it
could be
both ways.
so ratchet with the shit, and sometimes they could just be so uppity with the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's a delicate balance.
Yeah. And so my thing is, I guess I'm more like, what are we doing? What are we doing with luxury brands anymore? Are we redefining stuff? Is this a new thing that we're doing? Are we looking at luxury brands as something that now we can say that, do you really
That right
feel like
there.
you're
That right there is the exclusivity of it. It's not even about the name of the brand anymore. It's just, well, low key, coming from where I come from, the D, it's about, oh, I got this and you can't get it. You can't afford it. And I feel like that's how it is with Black people, period. Like, oh, yeah, I got the crib in the suburbs. I got the Benz in the driveway. I got a 4-car garage. It's heated. I got heated floors in my bathroom. Like, Black people like to pop their shit like that. Like, that's just. Meanwhile, you got somebody else quietly building wealth. They have real estate. Their portfolio is off the chain.
Yeah.
Because it's not about the flash. It's about my legacy.
So I guess it goes back to it because a lot of people are in the renting phase and cannot afford a house, but are continuously buying luxury brands. And this is like a conversation to me that, like, we've been having, especially in our generation, like we've been having these conversations. And it's kind of like, are y'all getting house rich? Are y'all getting, like, what are y'all, like, what's going on with this type of stuff? Because
they killing it with the real estate, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But my mom always told me, ain't no point in having a nice car in the driveway if your house raggedy. Or ain't no point in having an Escalade and you behind on your rent. That don't make sense.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that's a key element of moving in the spaces, because once you're able to kind of like go through this tornado effect when you're moving into these spaces quietly but loudly at the same time, you're able to go to the store, pick some shit up, and go on.
Don't even look at the tag.
Don't even look at the tags. I don't look at gas prices. Everybody, a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, the gas is. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. First of all, I don't go pumping. I'm not. It's a whole situation with me. I hate the gas
I just look at the
station.
gauge and be like, oh, I need this much. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I hate the gas station. I go to do other things there. You know what I'm saying? But I avoid the gas station at all costs. I am nervous about the gas station. Every man that I've dated know that. They know they have to go put my car together, because my dad, before he died, that was it. Like, nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's certain things that I'm just like, yeah, what? I don't look at gas prices.
Yeah.
So when I go to the store, no, I'm not looking at certain things. Like, I've been there, done that, where like, yeah, I kind of make sure I'm staying within a proper, if I
Nothing
have to, you know what
crazy.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for my range. But that's
But
the thing
lately,
though, and that's what people don't realize is that that's what keeps them in the state of black. When you look at things and be like,
yeah,
oh, I can't afford that. Like, okay, you're
no.
never going to be able to afford it because you think it's outlandish. You think
Hmm.
it's beyond your
Yeah,
reach, and it's not.
yeah. Hair in my face. But you know what, too? I've noticed when I've been saying
Are you okay?
whatever I spend comes back times 100 or whatever,
Baby, every dollar I
I
spend comes back
literally,
in.
I literally have way more money when I literally spend. So like, I feel like I have like, I
But
see something.
that's what scared money don't make no money mean. We've been yelling that for
Mm,
years, not even
yeah,
realizing like what comes with
yeah,
that when you carry that. When you say scared money don't make no money, you cannot be scared with your money. You're gonna have to get out
yeah,
there and make it do what it do because money is made to circulate, not to hoard.
yeah. No, it's
That's
not.
why this
And
it's this
that's
big
why,
exchange of wealth right now.
and then that's why I feel like the baby boomers are fucking up the country, because they're hoarding money and not putting it back in circulation. And I'm not trying to blame all baby boomers, but no, them niggas are the problem. Them niggas are the problem. Them
Greedy
niggas be the
ass.
problem. They won't
Greedy.
take off the they won't take off the jobs. I had
We
lipstick on my
don't
cheek.
listen to
They
nobody.
won't take off the jobs. They won't take off the money. They want to transfer it to the grandchildren, which is fine. But then they don't know what the fuck they're doing with that. Then the people who are maintaining the shit are their trustees or whatever. Because you have you have the grand, the motherfucker at the top. You got a grantor, trustee, and and then the beneficiary. And then so what you're doing is you not they are hoarding money, and they're not, and they want to say, oh yeah, in 1800 we bought a house for $3. You guys can't save $3 to get a house. What the
It's
fuck
cause
are you
you
talking about?
it's cause you're out in the streets. You're always out there and you wanna buy the
You're
name
in the
brand.
street. Yeah, you can't afford a car. We used to get a Buick for $2. Gas was 50 cents, and we could get a lunch pail and some mustard. What the
Real
fuck?
food. But they also had real food. They had real motherfucking food.
All off certain people's labor. However, my thing is this: they have
That's what
fucked
they
up
don't
the
want to talk about,
economy.
child.
Yeah, they have fucked up the economy to where they don't want to admit it. But them baby boomers, I'm sorry, y'all have fucked up a lot of shit. A lot of shit. Y'all in dementia. A lot of y'all shitting on yourself. A lot of y'all don't even know where the fuck you at.
A lot of
It's a
them
lot.
just gave up.
A lot of them just gave up. A lot of them did X, Y, and Z, and that's fine. But you can't sit here and fuck up the money for the next generation and say, oh well, because the money, okay, let's just be honest, the dollar's not stretching like it used to.
Yeah.
It's not stretching like that. So now you got baby boomers in here saying shit that doesn't make sense. They're comparing stats from 1976 and we're in 2026, okay? You're telling me like it's even now. I gotta find her, but even now, um, it used to take 3 years to save up to get a home. Now it
Yeah,
takes 9 years.
that's crazy. But look, since we're talking about boomers, let's talk about the ones who like completely fucking disappear. Fucking Generation X. Like completely like, are they still here? Are they on a different timeline? Like,
It's a lot
I'm
of people on
so
different timelines.
confused.
I don't know where the fuck they at.
Like, where they gonna kick in? Like,
Where they at?
Jessica,
What they doing?
Jessica,
You know what I'm saying? Where you at,
what?
bitch?
Because I'm just like, I feel like Generation X is so important, but I feel like they sleep at the wheel. And for those who don't know who Generation X is, they are the older brothers, sisters, cousins of millennials. They are that gray space between, because now they're
You got
saying baby boomers in at 65. So we'll say from 1966 until I believe what 19 supposed to be 20 years in between each one, I thought, right? They've been fucking everything up. And that's another thing. Anyway,
70 to it's yeah.
because
60,
if
70,
65 is
80.
the last for the
60, yeah, 60, 70, 80, yeah. The
it should have been
problem with that
64. I thought 64 was last for the boomers, which means
yeah, they were because yeah.
65 to
Yeah.
75 would give you, that's only 10 years.
Either
Anyway,
way,
they messed it
who's
up
that
because
generation? No, I was gonna say they're gone, like that SWV, like not you know what I'm saying, but up through there, like even a little bit older, like to
that's where
me
they
something
started like
happened.
mushing everything. Because okay, so if we run with the fact that originally, because supposedly boomers was 1946 to 1964, that's how I can remember, because they used to say invert the numbers. So
Yeah.
after that, you would have Generation X would have been 1965 until 1985 should have been
Mm-hmm.
Generation X. And then you would have us come in, the millennials, from 86 until 96. Well, really,
I don't
no,
know.
not even 96. Should be 2006.
Let's look it up. I just know.
Because I thought every generation was supposed to be 20 years. We're going to look it up after this. But
But you're talking about like that era between like them, but like the old, like you said, the older brother cousins, them.
yeah, yeah. That used to be, that graduated in like
I
98,
mean,
97, 96.
The
Yes, the
freak
ones who
Nick.
was able to go to Freaknik. Yes, them niggas.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. It's like a it's like a weird void there. It's like a great it's like a weird dot. Like
It's like they
they're
got
here but
sucked
they're not
into a
here.
portal
Yeah.
and they're
Like
not even
something
here.
happened. Something happened to them. Like I don't know if it was a reset. I don't know if it was the 1996 Olympics and I don't know. But
Ooh, good one. Or was
it
it
was yeah.
Princess Diana dying?
I mean that shit I was in Reno when that shit popped off. But that was a lot of shit. Yeah, like they have a I don't know if they're like back in rebuilding mode or if they are to me I feel like they are not the parents but they're that infrastructure that is having to be the highway between certain things in family dynamics and in these generation of what's going on far as money wise and that
But that's the
they are
thing
still
though. It's like they're almost absent because they are supposed
yeah
to, so they are supposed to be the bridge between boomers and millennials.
but they're the first generation to me that felt that bullshit pop off. And it wasn't really supposed to be them. Like, they're absent because they're still building themselves.
That's so what the fuck are
Yeah.
we doing? You know what I mean?
And see, now we're having to follow them inadvertently, if
I
that
stopped
makes
a long
sense. So
time ago. I stopped a
yeah,
long time ago because I
because
was
we
like,
don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're not saying they don't know what they're doing either. But I'm saying
I
what
feel
I'm saying.
like
Okay.
millennials, most millennials
Mm-hmm.
are middle children, and we are the big little sisters and brothers. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, so I'm the youngest.
You're a millennial.
I'm the youngest. Hey. I don't know. I don't know. I just know me and I mean, I understand because looking at it, like my oldest brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's somebody always look up to, always respect. Um, yeah, I think I think like looking at them and looking at us, I think he went through something and then like it was like that 15-year gap we have. And I think that kind of did something too right there. I think there's like these cycles of years kind of paralleled a little bit. Because to me, I feel like me and him had similar experiences, even though we were like 15 years apart.
Yeah.
Like we had the same type of shit going on. And what I'm saying is that these niggas went through like Biggie give me one more chance type shit, Lil Kim type shit, Faith Evans type shit.
But
You know what I'm
look,
saying? These
everything was like everything. I feel like everything was smooth for them. Like they still
yeah,
had
like it was
gas
like
that was like 98
yeah,
cent. Like when they graduated, like everything. It was once we came
yeah,
around. It felt I feel like everything started like ramping up and like going like when I started driving, gas went up, and I'm like, damn. Then all of a sudden,
yeah,
oh, you got to be 25 to get in the club. Can't be
yeah.
21. You know what I mean? Like everything was like they kept resetting the bar for us. Is
It
what I
was
feel
like
like.
how to be a player, and then it went to big pimping with us.
Like
Like the music just went fucking crazy.
no
It went from
warning,
like
no nothing.
yeah, yeah, because like Freak Nick was like Freak Nick, and then Here We Come, and it was just bizarre. Like they had to start shutting shit down,
Hmm. And still do.
and still do,
So
and still do.
we ran with that one. We ran with that one hard. We gonna
Yeah,
get into confidential files. We gonna get into confidential files before we get
yeah,
out of here. So
yeah,
we got
yeah.
actually they sent this email to you. We like to keep people anonymous, so you can always inbox us on the socials.
Yep.
I said we supposed to drop our emails. We gonna drop them. We gonna drop them.
Yeah, you gotta put the handle in there because we got a whole
Right
handle
now,
for it.
these are questions from our close people who know us and decided to help us out. So,
They say,
she asked, she said, I went to an upscale restaurant and felt out of place. How do I fit in without feeling fake? You
you
don't
already
fake
know.
it. You
Yeah.
don't fake it. You familiarize yourself.
Were you out of place because you was dressed wrong? What was out of place? Why did you feel out of place? Was it were you in the wrong type of atmosphere? Were you in the wrong type of culture? Like what made you feel
That's
out
the
of
first
place?
thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because first of all, that's your fault.
Because you
You
should have
should
did the
know where
research.
you was going. Yeah, you should know where you was going, what you was doing, who you was looking for, what you looking at. You should have known the food. You should have had at least picked out. And this is my thing, ladies. When you guys are going out solo dating, do whatever. Do your research upon the restaurant. Now, if the experience is something different, that's because the experience is bad. But at least you prepared for the experience. Know what you're gonna eat. Know what you're gonna where, know what time of day you want to go. Even if you make a solo reservations for yourself so you won't feel awkward even more. You know what I'm saying? Do things like that, but that's your fault. That's her fault. She didn't know what the fuck she was doing. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. That was stupid.
Also, to that, just know that it doesn't matter necessarily what you look like. And I said that earlier, like it's not necessarily a look
Yeah.
that sets you apart in those spaces. Even though Cher Stephen said so, like with the leggings and things like that. And I do feel like that in certain cases. But
Yeah.
it's your behavior. I've seen women in probably $5,000 gowns cut a fool and
Yeah.
literally act like shit on the bottom of my shoe. That's my favorite line. Shit on the bottom
And
of my
look
shoe.
desperate. Look
Yeah.
desperate.
But
Look
they
desperate
pulling
as fuck.
out in fucking Range Rovers and fucking Rolls Royce and shit like that or whatever.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
digress again. Also, consistency over performance. Be consistent. Be consistent in your behavior. Be consistent in your presence. So if you go to that place and you're on time and you're dressed to the nines, whatever the case may be, and you're nice and all the others, keep that up everywhere you go, every restaurant you go to.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily the restaurants, just spaces, period. Just keep that up. That term, fake it till you make it. A lot of people don't like that term, but it's the truth though. Like even though you aren't classically trained, you haven't been to a charm
Yeah.
school, you can act like it and fit in. And it starts with shutting the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. And just be confident in yourself. You know what? People fuck up all the time. It's people who are even in these spaces who fuck up gradually, right? But just don't be that person. Learn
Yeah.
from other people's mistakes. Look at what not to do. Look at who you want to be and the aspects you want to be of that person, and look at all the negative stuff you don't want to be. Don't do that. And make sure you take your time and you perfect your craft. You have to practice. Like when they was telling us, like, okay, so when I went and got my gun license, they was telling us you got to practice with your gun. You got to make sure you know how to pull the gun out, how to load it, how to clean it, how to identify if the safety's on, what other guns look like, blah 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 blah. Know your target, know where your shit is at, all types of shit. It's the same thing when you dress, your makeup, your hair, your money. And ladies, always carry cash on you. I'm not going to stress that enough, and I'm not going to not stop stressing that. You always
You
better
never know.
keep cash on you. It's okay to have your Apple Pay. It's okay because you know you can't go to Walmart and do Apple Pay, but you know you can. It's okay to have Apple Pay. It's okay to have your cards on your phone. It's okay
But
to
you
have your
can
ID,
barter with cash.
but you can barter with cash. Ladies, especially if you are going to one, it's one or two of you. Because I know sometimes we go out in threes and fours. That's fine, whatever. But especially if you are solo or you're doing whatever, always have cash on you and don't have it in your purse. Have it
Yeah.
up your ass somewhere, in your titty, up in your hair. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But always have cash on you because you can move around and get around with some shit, and you can keep going. And I know some people don't want to do that, but keep one of your bank cards on you. It doesn't have to be the one with all the money. It can be the one, but long as you can Zelle money from your big account to that account and you don't have to fuck up, keep at least a credit card and some cash on you and your ID. And of course a knife, but we're gonna talk about that later. But we'll talk about some, whatever. Y'all know why to have a knife, but especially in my mama's teeth that keep blades in their mouth, so we ain't
Ooh.
whatever. But yeah, keep cash on you all the time. And
Yeah.
sometimes it makes it easier for when you're trying to leave out of a check. Sometimes the waiter may be taking so long and you know you spent $20 and you can just leave for it and get the fuck on out of there. Boom.
There you go.
Sometimes it is about safety too. Sometimes it's about, you know, you may be on a date with a man and
Because
he may
nobody's
be
going to
too
turn
drunk.
down cash.
Yeah, but he may be too drunk to pay. He may be acting stupid. He may not have his money, but you have your money to pay your part of the bill and move the fuck on. You don't have to put your credit card on there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to wait for you don't have to wait for the motherfucker to come back. You can go.
Yep. Drop that
Cash
cash
is
and
about
go.
going.
Cash
That's
is
one thing
king,
that
as they say.
cash is king, baby. Because cash makes it to where you go. That's where a lot of people have lost that whole relationship with cash. That, you know, like, because even my brother and my dad, if you can't pay for it in cash, we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And that was everything: cars, houses, clothes, whatever. Everything was paid in cash. So my thing is, you need to keep cash on you at all times.
Yeah.
And that's just I don't care if it's
What
$2.
it
Keep
is.
that shit on you.
So now we're going to say it confidentially. Because, you know,
Yeah.
everybody's not privy. So,
It's so annoying too. And it used to be like, oh, only foreigners keep cash. No, they don't, motherfucker. It was us. It was us. Black niggas used to have to keep cash on us because we didn't have the bank account. We didn't have the fortune shit. We didn't have certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas was missing, leading us, got land transfer, all type of bullshit. No, we had plenty of cash. Y'all was mad with Pimp C. Y'all was mad with the big pimps out here. Mad with Don Juan and all the niggas. He was mad with these niggas. Mad as hell.
so she done gave it to y'all
No.
confidentially. I'm going to tell y'all that some people, some of y'all, I don't say some people because y'all get weird, but some of y'all don't get invited back to these spaces because y'all embarrassing. And
Yeah.
y'all embarrass yourselves and y'all embarrass other people every
You're not
single
up to
time.
code.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why you don't get
You're not up
invited.
to code. You're not up to code.
So look at yourself. Fix yourself. Treat yourself if you need to. And then think about
Yeah.
that. In
Very,
those spaces, you acting like that and ain't nobody telling you that you acting like that, you looking crazy. Hmm.
very fucking rude.
Hmm. But yeah, that brings us to the close.
Yeah.
I just want to tell
It's about
everybody, when you enter the room, make sure your presence matches your desires.
I just want to say have cash on you. Have
He's not
have
playing about that
materials.
cash.
I'm not. Have cash on you. Have your materials. Have your way. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I
Have
like
your
that.
way. And because that makes it your option. Make you know what I'm saying? Don't limit your options to what everybody else is doing. No. Girl, man. Keep it
Now,
open.
y'all,
That's all.
remember, this conversation stays confidential, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come back next week. We're going to have another one. As usual.
Love y'all.